In the two squares in the figure above, if the area of smaller square is 1/2 of the big square, what is the ratio of x to y? A 1, B square root of 2, C square root of 3, D 0.5. At this moment I encourage you to pause the video and solve it by yourself. Okay, I'll solve it now. So what is important? We have two squares, smaller square and the bigger square. If there are two squares, if those distances are x and y, that distance has to be x. And that distance, because this bigger is square, has to be y because of the same distance. And all of distances, this is a square, so all of distances have to be equal. Okay, if this is y, last y, that has to be x because of symmetry again. If this is x, what I put last, this has to be y, and if this is y, this has to be x, and if that is x, this has to be y here. What else is important? I can put it, we have right angles everywhere, because those are two squares. I could put as well here. Okay, so the area of smaller square is 1/2 of the big square. So I will start from the area of big square. Area of big square, this is a square, so length of the side is just x plus y. So x plus y squared will be area of big square. Big square, x plus y squared. That should be simple. Now I want to calculate area of the blue square. From Pythagorean theory, I will put maybe here that distance. Each of those actually distances, this x, y, each of those distances, let's say that hypotenuse, small hypotenuse of the triangle will be, from Pythagorean theory, x squared plus y squared and square root of that. That's the length of this side of the smaller square. Again, how to write it nicely? I'll write it here. That side, the blue square side, will be square root of x squared plus y squared from Pythagorean theory. So I will write area of blue square. I can see side of the blue square I calculated, that was square root of x squared plus y squared, and area of a square is just side times side, so I need to square it. Then I have square root squared, so this will be area of blue square will be just x squared plus y squared. And what I know, if the area of smaller square is 1/2 of the big square. Okay, so smaller square, area of smaller square, I calculated this just here. So what I know x squared plus y squared will be 1/2 of the big square. So 1/2 of x plus y squared, like that. Okay, I will continue. So x squared, now this is just algebra, plus y squared will be equal to 1/2. And what's x plus y squared? Actually, I will put it quickly, but you could just write x plus y times x plus y. But I will do it quickly. X plus y squared will be square root of the first thing, so x squared, plus 2 times first thing times second thing, so 2 times xy, plus square of second thing, y squared. Okay, let's continue. Then I'll just multiply out brackets slowly. I'll continue maybe here. So again, x squared plus y squared. This will be 1/2 times x squared plus 1/2 times 2xy, so will be just plus xy plus 1/2 y squared. And I can see I have x squared and y squared on both sides. So what I will do now, I would on both sides quickly subtract 1/2 x squared, and also I will subtract 1/2 y squared on both sides. So what will I have? I will have 1/2 x squared here plus 1/2 y squared here, because those halves were subtracted, and on the right side I will just have xy. Okay, now I need to think what I need to calculate. What is the ratio of x to y? So I just want to calculate what is x divided by y. So in this moment I will divide everything on both sides of this equation. I will divide, I want this y squared to disappear, so I will divide everything by y squared. What will happen? Okay, that 1/2 will stay, and here I will have x squared divided by y squared. I can write x squared divided by y squared as x divided by y squared. I just want to write it like that quickly. Then I have next term 1/2 y squared divided by y squared. This will be just plus 1/2. And this will be equal, on the right side I have just xy. I will divide it by y squared. So quickly I'll write what will be left. Y divided by y will be 1. So what will stay? X divided by y. And actually, after doing this, I can see what I needed to calculate again, a ratio of x to y. I'm very close to finish this question. I have it. I have x divided by y. Let's say I don't like to have fractions, those ones 1/2, so I will multiply everything by 2 of this equation. So when I do it, I will have x over y squared, because I multiplied by 2. Now I can see, I want to write it quickly now. On the right side I had just x divided by y, and I multiplied by 2, so 2x divided by y, but I will just want to move it to the left side, so I will change sign. Minus 2x divided by y, like that, and that 1/2 times 2 would be plus 1, and this will be equal 0, because I moved x divided by y. Here this is just something, probably you've seen it before, but maybe actually in this moment I will still show this to you very, very slowly. If I substitute x divided by y, for example, as t, hopefully you will notice what that equation above was. X divided by y, I'll just substitute for a second t, to do it like very slowly for you. T squared minus 2t plus 1 equals 0. And probably this you've seen before. T squared minus 2t plus 1. To factorize that quadratic, I can just write quickly t minus 1 squared. This is equal, of course, 0. I can check t minus 1 squared, if it's so it would be t times t squared minus 2 times t times 1 would be that minus 2t plus 1 squared is 1. So I know I factorized it this well. I will just do it a bit faster, because for some people that might be boring. Okay, what was t? T was x divided by y. So I will come back to it, to my question. I did it this step very slowly to show everyone. So t was x over y, so x over y minus 1 squared, that is equal to 0. When x over y minus 1 squared is 0, when x divided by y minus 1 is equal to 0. That square is not needed. If it's 0, this has to be 0. So I'll add 1 to both sides. Ratio of x to y, so x divided by y, has to be equal, plus 1 on both sides, has to be equal 1. So that's the answer. Ratio of x to y is 1. What is the ratio of x to y? Is 1. So my answer for this question will be A. Is 1. Okay, I'm planning to create more videos, so do not forget to like and subscribe.